first 3 going in, but which legend should be the next 3 in? That's what we're analyzing right now with Jeremy Booth, and Ron Trevino is here as well. Thank you, Ron, for being here.
Hey, my pleasure, my pleasure.
All right, let's start with Jeremy. So, Jeremy, give us the next 3 legends to go into the Houston Sports Hall of Fame. Who are you picking?
All right, so my guys, my 3 legends. I'm going to start with Craig Biggio.
Okay.
Okay, Craig Biggio, 22 years as an Astro, first ballot Hall of Famer, 3,000 hits. The resume is extensive.
Yes.
Post-playing career, he also coached at St. Thomas High School, gave back to the community here a little bit. So with Biz, I'm good. Second one's Clyde Drexler, high school in Houston, 5-slam and JAMA, world champion.
Enough said.
Enough said, Hall of Famer.
Bob Watson. Give me Bob Watson's candidacy from your point.
So, Bob Watson, 14 years as an Astro, former general manager, built USA Baseball, 2-time All-Star, and worked in the commissioner's office, and a lot for the game beyond just as a player.
That's it. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if a lot of people would think of Bob Watson right off the bat.
Yeah, you know, just with what he's given back to baseball, with how he's grown the game over, 4+ decades in baseball, and making his home in Houston and being active in the community here, Bob, for me, should be in Houston Hall of Fame.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Up next, Ron Trevino.
Mine, well, I thought about it long and hard.
Thank you for that.
And I think maybe I thought too hard because really, it's a no-brainer. Mine, I also have Craig Biggio.
Okay.
I agree with you there. But you can't put in Craig Biggio unless you have Jeff Bagwell.
Okay.
That's the way it works. Those two were the heart and soul of that Astro squad in the 90s and the early aughts. I mean, you cannot separate those two. And Bagwell, it took him so long to finally get into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And it's about time that they recognized him.
Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson, also a no-brainer. Of course, I just speak for my generation of football fans. We could talk about all the Oilers that will eventually go into this Hall of Fame. But since he's fresh in our memory, Andre Johnson, and these 3 players, not just because of the stats and because of the athleticism, because of the love that they showed to the city, and the city has shown toward them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. So that leaves me. So I'm going to go over here and give you my picks. And I'm not going your traditional sports guys. I have George Foreman, Carl Lewis, and A.J. Foyt. I would find anyone to be hard-pressed to find better guys than those. George Foreman, listen, 2-time world heavyweight champ, Olympic gold medals. Carl Lewis, of course, went to UH, 9 Olympic gold medals, 10 world championships. A.J. Foyt. A.J. Foyt, I hear you guys asking me.
Yeah.
A.J. Foyt, listen, one of the first to go into the Motorsports Hall of Fame, 2 other Halls of Fame he's in, won Indy 500 4 times. He's also won the Daytona 500. He is one of the greatest racers in the history of motorsports. So that's why I have George Foreman, Carl Lewis, and A.J. Foyt. Right now, though, we want your opinion. Which group do you like better? Do you like Jeremy's? Do you like Ron's? Or do you like mine? You can go to khou.com/vote now. I think he had some good ones. I really do.
I mean, they're all great, and I'm glad you put A.J. Foyt in there because a lot of people don't consider car drivers as athletes, but the hand-eye coordination and your life is on the line every lap.
And Bob Watson is really an interesting one for me because, again, I don't think of him as a guy who belongs perhaps on that first tier, but you make a very compelling case.
Bob was, he's a legend in the game. He's a legend in the game, and given what he has to Houston and baseball, Major League Baseball as a whole, as well as the amateur game with USA Baseball, he's a ballot Hall of Famer for me.
And can you imagine what kind of speech like George Foreman would give? I mean, think of the people that would come in for a George Foreman, Carl Lewis induction. That would be something.
Everybody would be getting a George Foreman grill at the end of it, that's for sure. Yeah.
All right, guys. All right. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Jeremy, for being here tonight. And those are our choices for the new Houston Sports Hall of Fame. Again, let us know what you think. KHOU.com and the KHOU 11 News app.